everyone, welcome back. So today I wanted to share with you my top favorite foundations. I have 6 foundations to share with you guys. The last time I did this video was such a long time ago. It was probably when I first started my YouTube channel, and that was probably like 2 years ago, and I don't use any of those foundations anymore because I have new foundations that I discovered either last year or this year, and these foundations I believe in 100%. I absolutely love. I'm going to talk about my skin for a little bit. I'm pretty sure you guys know already that I have acne prone skin and I have an oily T-zone and then normal throughout my entire face. And usually when I buy a foundation, I like full coverage, I like matte, and I like long lasting. So those are the top 3 things that I look for in a foundation. And of course they have to be either dermatology tested or either oil free and paraben free. So those are things that I look for when I purchase a foundation. But before I jump in, I'm gonna just talk about the only moisturizer that I use for my skin. Before I apply any foundation, I usually apply primer or moisturizer, and sometimes I don't apply a primer because I feel like this does the job for both of it. This is my Embroilis moisturizer, and this is for all skin types. This is dermatologist tested. It's a really lightweight moisturizer that can go well with any skin type, and like I said, it feels amazing on my skin, and I've been using it for quite a while now and I haven't had any issues at all with it. And I did confirm with my dermatologist and he approved of this, and I really love it. Like I said, I purchased it already 3 times because it's one of my favorite products, and I have really sensitive skin when it comes to moisturizers. Like I can tell right away when my skin is gonna break out or it's gonna affect her or something like that. And then I also have my makeup brushes that I use with my foundations, and I'm gonna talk about that after I talk about my foundations. And I'm just gonna start off with my drugstore foundations because you guys know I love drugstore products and I'm all about affordable products. So the first foundation I'm gonna talk about is my Matte Plus Poreless Foundation by Maybelline. This is for normal to oily skin, but I believe it's perfect for oily skin. I don't know about normal skin because it is a matte foundation. It's not completely matte that it's like super dehydrating on the skin, but it gives you a really nice dry finish, and that's what I really like. I also like the fact that you have to work really fast with it on your skin, so when you apply it, it dries really quickly on your face. It's medium to full on your face. It's medium to full coverage, which I really like. And I mentioned before, whenever I purchase a foundation, I like it to be full coverage because I do have scars in my face that I like to cover, and I know a lot of people like that really natural look, and I do too, but sometimes I really like to cover any imperfections that I have, and that's the point of wearing a foundation in my opinion. And what I don't like about this foundation is that it doesn't come with a pump. This pump I purchased at MAC and I put it on it. It doesn't close completely, but it does close to the fact where it doesn't drip at all on my back. But yeah, I really like this foundation. I will repurchase it once I'm done with it, and you can find it at any of your local drugstores. Another drugstore foundation that I really like as well is the new L'Oreal Paris Infallible Pro Matte 24-hour foundation, and this is a really long lasting foundation. Like I tried it the other day and it just stood on my face forever, and if you set it with a powder and a setting spray, it's not going to go anywhere. It's going to be locked in your skin. It's medium to full coverage, and I do like the fact that they have a variety of shades for light, medium, and dark skin tones. And like I said, I really like it mostly because it's matte and it's full coverage, and that's what I look for when I want a foundation. And like I said, none of these foundations that I'm talking about today gave me any issues with breaking me out, because you guys know whenever I buy a foundation, that's my #1 problem, like breaking me out or affecting my skin. Like I remember 2 weeks ago, I believe, I repurchased my MAC Studio Fix Fluid Foundation, and I tried it and instantly I got a rash on my face. So I know right away when a foundation is not good for my skin. Another foundation that I really love, it's not matte, but it's like semi matte, I would say. It's the EX1 Invisiwear Liquid Foundation. I've been using this for quite a while now and I really love it. I would say that this is the most natural finish foundation out of all the ones that I'm mentioning today. It's not full coverage, but it's medium to buildable, so you can build it to be full coverage. So that's something I really like about it. And what I love most about this foundation is definitely the color, because this foundation is mostly made for olive tan skin tones. Like you can even tell I'm wearing foundation when I wear this because it just blends in so nicely with my skin tone. So I really like it. I love this foundation for a more natural everyday use, but you guys know me, I love my full coverage cakey foundations. Another one that I really love, and this is high-end to me, I would say, I don't know about you guys, but it's quite expensive, I would say. It's $36, and it's the Estee Lauder Double Stay in Place makeup. This is my absolute first love. Like, if I would say I had my #1 choice from all the foundations that I'm mentioning to you today, it would definitely have to be this one, just because it gives me the most beautiful full coverage look, and it's completely matte, and it's not matte where it looks cakey on your face. It looks really nice, and that's something that I do like you can tell that you're wearing makeup when you wear this foundation, but that's not a problem to me, because when you're wearing a full face of foundation or makeup, you're obviously aware of it, and you're obviously wearing it because you like it, and it's whatever you feel most comfortable wearing anyway. So that's something that I like. I love wearing this foundation just because it looks so flawless. It photographs amazing. Like 9 out of my 10 Instagram photos will probably be with the Estee Lauder Double, because it's the most beautiful coverage that it gives me to take pictures, and I really love wearing this, especially when I'm doing videos or anything like that. And this pump did not come with the foundation. I purchased this at MAC as well. That's something that I don't like about this foundation, that it doesn't bring a pump. And then the next foundation that I want to talk about that I've been really loving as well ever since I discovered it. I repurchased it, and I've been absolutely in love with it, and it's the Becca Ever Matte Shine Proof Foundation. I love this foundation. It's definitely medium to full coverage, and it gives me a really nice flawless natural look. It took me a while to find out what shade is really nice for my skin tone. Like today I'm wearing the nude shade, which is this one, and then the one that I normally would wear is Noisette, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. But it's definitely a great beautiful coverage. It's not dehydrating on the skin. It's super matte, so it's not gonna, if you have oily skin, this is gonna be really nice for you. And I do like the fact that it doesn't have any scent to it, because when I buy a foundation, the scent is really important to me, because I don't know, I just really cannot stand smelling things that have any like perfume scent or something, or just anything with like an intense smell. I cannot deal with. So these two foundations, this foundation right here, I really love, by Becca as well. This is a recent discovery for me, but I love it so much that I wanted to include it in this video, and I've been using it a lot lately as well. And it's the Becca Ultimate Coverage Complexion Cream. This is no joke. Like if you have like problematic skin and you have a lot of scars or anything like that, and you want a foundation that is super full coverage and super matte and really long lasting, then you will go for something like this. This is not typically a foundation, it's like a cream, but I would consider a foundation because that's how it applies. And I got it in the color Buttercup. It's really full coverage, it hides any imperfections, and it's really long lasting. And one thing I noticed was that it doesn't really transfer onto clothes like that, because that's another problem that I have with messing up my clothes with foundations, because a lot of them just like rub off onto my clothes. So that's really important to me whenever I'm purchasing a foundation. I feel like I've been moving my hands a lot, but that's just me. Yeah, but I really love it. I like the fact that it has a pump, so I'm not wasting the product at all. And when you pour this out, this is like super thick. Like this is the most thick foundation that I own, and all of the foundations that I mentioned to you guys are pretty much liquid based foundations, because I feel like those liquid based foundations just place really nicely on my face. And this one is much different, and this one I will only wear whenever I'm really going out for the entire day, and I really want something that's going to stay in place and something that's not going to move from my face. And that is your go-to foundation. Or even, like I said, if you have problematic skins and you haven't found that one foundation that has covered everything on your face, that will be your best friend. So now I'm going to talk about the brushes that I use for my foundations. And usually it depends which foundation I use and how I apply it. That's how I determine which brush I'm going to use. Typically when I'm using a liquid foundation, I will go for these right here, these two brushes, and I love, like I am in love with these two brushes. I've owned them for such a long time, and Real Techniques, you guys know, are one of my favorite makeup brushes brand, and I believe in them 110%, because not only are they affordable, but they're great quality, they're super long lasting, and they're not going to let you down if you purchase them. You can find them at your drugstore, at Walmart, at Ulta, online, just in a ton of places. So this one right here is the buffing brush. This is my #1 love. This is the first brush I ever purchased from Real Techniques for foundation, and I've had it ever since then, and it has not failed me. I absolutely love it just because it's great to buff in that liquid foundation or even that cream foundation that I just showed you guys. It's an amazing brush. This one right here, it's the Expert Face Brush, which is exactly like this one, except it's tighter. So if you want a more of a precise gliding foundation routine, then you will go for something like this. But this is also a really great brush, and for the price, I mean, they're both under 10 bucks. I believe you cannot beat that. That's like super awesome. And then I have two other brushes that I really love as well. I have this Sigma 3D HD Kabuki brush. I really like this thing just because it's super cool. It has two cutout sides, so you can even apply your foundation with one side and then place your concealer with the other side. It's just a really cool foundation brush overall, I believe, and it applies it really flawlessly and nicely, and I really like it as well. And then this one right here is my Tarte airbrush foundation, I believe. I don't know the exact name of it, but I've used this up so much. This is a great foundation brush because it just applies your foundation really flawlessly, and the hairs are just so soft. Like, I cannot get over how soft the brushes are. You do have to clean this a lot though. I recommend you wash your brush after the second use of your foundation because this does accumulate so much bacteria so quickly. So not only this one, but every brush that you use for your face, it's really important for you to clean it because that causes a lot of breakouts. But this foundation brush, I believe in 120%. I love it especially with my Estee Lauder Foundation. I feel like I cannot apply foundation without using this brush because these two together are just like the perfect combination. And then the last one that I want to mention to you guys is a beauty blender, and mines are like extremely dirty, so this is the only one that I found that was like in a good shape, and I'm not going to use it yet because I'm going to clean the other ones. But I really love beauty blenders, especially for every single foundation, every single concealer, just pretty much any cream liquid based product. This is going to be your best friend. It's a great product to blend in those liquid foundations and just to make sure you have a really nice flawless look. I don't have any like dewy finishes foundation, which I really want to look for, and I do want to try out that Armani Luminous Silk Foundation. That's going to be my next purchase. So these are all the products that I wanted to share with you guys. I believe in them 100% just because you guys know that I have really sensitive skin and it's really hard to find products that really work for me, and I believe like these have been working amazing for me, so I really wanted to share with you guys and maybe help you out find a foundation that will probably work for you, because I know a lot of you guys suffer from the same skin type as I do. So yeah, that is pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video and learned something new and found some helpful tips, and if you did, let me know in the comments below so we can talk as always. And like always, I will see you all in my next video. What am I saying? I'm like talking Chinese. I hope you have a great day wherever in the world you are, and until next time, bye.